Garner Guitar, take your playing to the next level.
Okay, so now that we have these positions down, and this stuff is not the kind of thing that you're going to get overnight. Some of you may already be familiar with this material. This can be kind of just another view on the topic. Again, it's great to have alternate views. Now, if you're just starting with this, I spent at least a year really trying to work on mastering this stuff. Just playing on the single strings, each scale, and then in position, connecting all these positions together, being able to see all 12 keys in this way. So it's a little daunting maybe if you're just starting out, but just stick with it. Practice every day a little bit, and yeah, you'll get it. So the next step is to start combining these scale positions with arpeggios to kind of get some more to the sound instead of the stepwise stuff that we end up a lot with just playing from a scale. Start to get some wider intervals, more thirds and everything. And then also with chord voicings, which is really cool because you can use it to accompany yourself. One of my favorite guitar players that does this is Gilad Hexelman. I don't know that he's looking at it in the same way, but he's a total master of being able to accompany himself and really almost like change the harmony like a piano player would. If you don't know of him, definitely check him out. I'll put a link below this video. So let's stick with C major, the key of C major 7 chords. All of the rest of the material is in the ebook. Again, garnerguitar.com/newsletter to get a free download of that. I go through major 7, dominant 7, and minor 7 in all 5 positions, in all 12 keys. And of course, we can start to apply this eventually to other chord types too, like say like major 7 sharp 5 or sharp 11 or half diminished chords, or the possibilities are kind of endless. But those are kind of like the 3 main groups of chords. I tend to think of everything else based upon those. So we'll start with C major 7 in the 3rd position, the Ionian position. We have our scale. Now we're going to also have an arpeggio. So 2 options for the ways to practice the arpeggio. We could either start from the root, from the C, we're doing C major 7, or we could start from the lowest note in the position, which in this case would be G. So again, the notes from the C major 7 arpeggio are C, E, G, and B, the 1, 3, 5, and 7 of the scale. So let's start from the root first. So we're going to have C, E, G, B, C, E, G. Really common arpeggio. Practice it ascending and descending. Now we can also step down below our 5th root position. We can get B and G. So that'd be another way I would suggest practicing these, is from the lowest note of each position. Right, okay. So another thing that's really helpful for learning these arpeggios is grouping them in 4-note groupings. So we'll just play 4 notes of the arpeggio and then go to the next note and play 4 notes up. So like this. Same thing going down. We'll do it descending. We could do ascending too. That's a whole lesson in itself, but little tidbit there for you. Okay, so we're going to also apply a few different types of chord voicings. We'll have drop 2s and drop 3s. So the drop 2s, we can get 3 in each position. So from the 6th string, from the 5th string, and then from the 4th string. So for the C major 7, we have this 2nd inversion starting from the G. 6th string. The 5th string is going to be root position. And then the 4th string is going to be the 1st inversion. So these are all in my ebook. Check them out if you're not familiar with these voicings. If you are, maybe you haven't thought about connecting them in this way. So now we have drop 3 voicings as well. So it'll be the same inversion starting on the 6th string and 5th string. So second inversion like that, and then the first inversion is going to be. All right, so now we have 5 chord voicings, an arpeggio, and a scale that we can play from all in this position. So. I get some chromaticism in there. I try to keep it within the scale. All right. Not the most interesting stuff. It's just trying to show you how it works, kind of. So, all right, we got that in that position. Let's move on to the next position, the Dorian position. We have our scale. We're going to have an arpeggio. We'll start from the lowest note. So in this case, it's B. So that one, I like to stretch up from the G to the B. You could also hit the B there. I like the stretch. Practice it in the same way, 4 notes. Almost forgot that one. All right, and then we're going to have our chord voicing. So we have a third inversion, drop 2 on the 6th string, a first inversion on the 5th string, and then a second inversion on the 4th string. And then for our drop 3 voicing, same inversions, third inversion on the 6th string. And then on the 5th string, we're going to have a first inversion, drop 3 voicing. Okay, so same kind of thing. We can kind of got out of position there. Right, we're doing static harmony right now. Eventually, this stuff will start to make sense over tunes and things. But all right, let's get up to the next position, the Lydian position. We have our scale. We're going to have an arpeggio. Right, and then we're going to have a root inversion, drop 2 on the 6th string. We'll do the first inversion again on the 5th string. And then on the on the 4th string, we're going to have, I guess that's the third inversion. And now we're going to get our drop 3 voicings, same kind of situation. We have the root inversion. And then we're going to have, again, this first inversion. All right, so let's try to combine all of that. All right, now we're going to jump up to the next one. It's going to be the Mixolydian position. Right, and our arpeggio starting on E. I like to get out of position here. Right, okay, and now we're going to have our chord voicings. So first inversion on the 6th string, second inversion on the 5th string, and then root inversion on the 4th string. Okay, and then we'll go to our drop 3 voicings. We have our first inversion on the 6th string. So a good way to think about this is if you take your drop 2 voicing, we're going to take the second note from that, which in this case is a B, and we're just going to move it up the octave. So we get that chord. All right, if we did the same thing from this second inversion, we would take the C and move it up an octave. It's kind of a trickier one to play. It's really stretchy. All right, so we combine all of those in the same way. I won't play, you get the idea. All right, so the last one we're gonna do is the Aeolian position. So we have the scale. We have the arpeggio. And then we're gonna have our chords. So we'll do first inversion, and then the third inversion. And then we'll have the, we can either do the first inversion or, that almost fits there. I guess it's really this one though. So, and then same thing with the drop 3 chords. Just think about moving the second note in the scale up the octave. So we can get that one, or we can get that one. And then the same thing here, we're going to take the E and move it up. It's almost like a C triad with a B in the bass. Just like this one. So we want to take this and, of course, practice it in all 12 keys, and then maybe apply it to a tune or a common chord progression like a 2-5-1. Maybe I'll do that in another lesson. Let me know in the comments below if you would be interested in that. So any questions or anything, feel free to get in touch with me. You can use the comments below this YouTube video, or you can email me, lane@garnerguitar.com. So be sure again to go to garnerguitar.com/newsletter. Sign up for the newsletter. I'll keep you updated on everything going on with this project for me. And then I will also send you 2 free ebooks and a practice journal, one of them being the material from this lesson, the position playing ebook. So I think that about wraps it up for today. So thanks a lot, and keep practicing.
Garner Guitar, take your playing to the next level.